This is a blog from Monday the 3rd of November, jazz lesson. In today's lesson we started off with discussing what is needed and required when performing in a pantomime. So performance is a big requirement when performing in general, especially in a pantomime, as pantomimes are known for over-exaggeration and unnaturalistic acting. So they rely solely on facial expressions and over-exaggerated movements, etc. This makes the overall performance to be seen at a higher level. So you've got a naturalistic play, and then there's the contrast would be a pantomime. The two completely different levels of energy. The next requirement is communication, as it's needed throughout rehearsals. The dancers need to listen to each other, and as well as the teacher, to allow them to give them instructions to do techniques correctly and to rehearse correctly and to learn new bits. Within the pantomime, communication is involved when audience participation is included in some sections. For example, in our panto, my character Myrtle talks to the audience about asking if they've seen a crocodile, and when they see a crocodile come on stage to let us know. So we need to communicate this clearly so that the audience let us know when the crocodiles come in, so that we can say, "What? Where is it?" and interact with the audience. And other things like Nana's stupid, "Oh no she's not, oh yes she is, oh no she's not," things like that. Audience is a major point for a pantomime, as the dancers and actors need to ensure that the audience can interact and get involved, understand the storyline and get the message across, because pantomimes require audiences to be there and to feed off of the performer's energy and to interact with them. As the target audience for the pantomime is young people, it's for children, then it needs to be simple, exciting, fun and entertaining, so that you can engage throughout the show, not get bored or distracted, and to keep to the storyline, to know what's going on. This builds up atmosphere and keeps increasing with higher energy, and to lead to a climax and then a conclusion and ending the story. The last key point for performance is projection. Projection is massive. You need to project each and every movement. You need to project your voice. You need to project your facials. Projection is how you present and perform movement to make it clear to an audience, so that it can see clearly what you're doing. Projection needs to be within the movement and vocals, so that you can know what's happening, know the storyline, know where you're up to, etc. Projection for dancers is supposed to come from your third eye, which is here. So you need to stand correctly with your posture and project out to the audience. Even if the audience are in upper tier, you don't look up to them, you project with your third eye to them, so that they don't feel less engaged with the performers, but they're still a part of the production. So then we started with an intense warm-up around the room with wall sits, discussing what I've just discussed then. We warmed up, stretched our neck, sides by reaching around, did crunches, sit-ups, army press-ups. I found it difficult as I've not done army press-ups before, and I've not done much physical movement over half term, so coming back it was a bit of a toughish lesson. We did one tilt routine, the one where you come up there, bend your leg back and then go straight forward. It was wobbly because I'd not practiced much over half term, so my core has gone slightly weaker, and Jade tried to put this routine to a new track, one that we've not done it to before, but she had to change it as certain people were listening to the counts in the song and not the counts Jade had told us, so this really didn't work. So we're not meant to be listening to the counts of the song, we're meant to be listening to the counts in our movements. Then we went on to straight panto work and worked on Apache. I'm giving some performance but not completely. Jade said I need to give more Jade said I need to give more and if I give that little bit extra, I'll be on top with the people that are giving fully throughout performance. So this made me want to give more, so I can be one of the top people truly performing the piece. I get tired when doing the lunges backwards, so I need to maintain my stamina throughout the routine so my energy levels don't drop and they're consistent, because it's not really good having an inconsistent performance. No one wants to see that. We then went on to the bongo routine and changed the timing for the lunges round to the audience. So we now move straight onto the beats. Usually we moved, wait a beat, and then moved and waited another beat. We were told to get lower to the ground as it looked more effective and more tribal-like, which we need to do because those are the elements in this dance. We added on a small travelling section to get the principal dancers to the front and the ensemble back, so people changing places. And the travelling movement requires a lot of energy and stamina, so I need to really rehearse this travelling phrase. As I'm a principal dancer, I need to move forward, and if I'm moving forward, people are going to be seeing my movements clearly. We changed how we start on the bongo routine as we start off stage now and come on stage, as some of us will be bringing on a teepee, which we're going to dance around in Apache. My strengths of the session were my facial expressions, as I find making facial expressions very easy and performing in the face. I find it a second nature because I'm quite over the top myself. Remembering the choreography and pushing myself more. Like I said, if I push myself a little bit more, I'll be on the same level as people giving it their all. So this made me be more determined to be on that same level. My weakness is my tilts have gotten weaker because I've not been rehearsing, so I was disappointed with that. Due to this, my core strength has weakened, so I need to keep on top of it. My areas of development are continue practicing tilts at home, which will enable me to get more flexible, get strong with my core and strong with my balance. Improve my core strength, which I'll do by doing sit-ups and crunches and planks. My target for next lesson is to push myself that little bit more and perform fully, even if I'm tired or struggling to push through it. That concludes this blog.